Hello, my crafty friends. This is Lori, Girl on the Ridge. I am doing I was tagged for the challenge, 10 crafty question challenge from the lovely Tina, Shabby Dabby Doodah. So I'm here to do that. And as I do that, I think I'm going to do some stamping. Here I am in frame. Number 1, what is your name? Lori Fusco. Middle name Ann. Born and raised in Rome, New York, and still here, never left. And just love it. Luckily, my whole family's here, maybe 10 minutes away. So we're pretty lucky in that respect. Number 2, how did you come up with your YouTube name? My new YouTube name is Girl on the Ridge, and 30 plus years ago, we bought a business on Ridge Street in Rome, and nobody knew where Ridge Street was, so I named it, because it was actually an old railroad station also, or part of one. So I named it Ridge Street Depot, and then probably in 2009, I did start a Etsy shop for my antiques, because I had an antique shop. And that I called the Ridge Creations. Well, then after that, the YouTube came, and that's when I came up with a Girl on the Ridge. So it all had the Ridge name in it. So that's how I came up with that. And what is your favorite craft? I would say right now would be, I love making the journals, but I love making ephemera. I love putting the fabric and the lace and the different components all together. I really do love that. So I think I'm going to stick with that. Number 4, what favorite place to shop for craft supplies? Well, I try to do local, and that's not always doable. So if Walmart doesn't have it, about half hour away, I have Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's, and Tuesday Morning when I go out that way. And if not, then I go to, where do I go to? I'll do Etsy, and eBay. But I try, like I said, I do try to do local, but that's just not always working. And I do love antique shops, because you always got to go in the back of the antique shop. That's where I always find like different of the quilts and stuff. They're usually back in the corner because they're getting ready to get rid of them. You almost got to bypass the front. Because I put everything new out front, and then in the back is stuff that I have for a while. So, and auctions are always good too. If you can find them, that's the problem. But those are where I like to go for my craft supplies. Top 5 favorite crafting YouTube channels. That's a loaded question. I'm going to go with who I started with. Probably, God, it's been a while. My first one was Deli Girl, 1961, Miss Cheryl. She started me this. I found her when, my husband was mayor, and the same year his aunt came to live with us who had dementia. She was 94, and it was, she was on the warpath. He was gone. I had the AIDS here. So I went up my room. I was like hiding. And I had my new phone, so I went on YouTube, and I don't know how I found Cheryl. If I was looking under paper crafts, something, I never even knew this existed. And there she was, and her video. And from that day forward, that was, I was going to be like her. I was going to have a YouTube channel, and she inspired me, and that led me to, I believe she mentioned in her video, Junk Journal Junkies, so I searched that. found the chat group and found Yvonne Preston, which led me to Crafty Irina, Sagita. Those are my top 4 that really started me out on this, and their inspiration. So I'm gonna stick with that. I watch so many. Like right now, who do I have on? Tina Shabby Dabby Doodah in my background. I watch Gail, Charlotte Peterson, Crafty Creative Girl, Susie. There's just so many of you guys. And don't let it, I mean, I'll even watch girls that aren't my style because they might have something that you can make your style. So don't skip through somebody that, oh, she's not my style. Give them a chance because it's really, you can get ideas from that. So I try to give, especially the new girls. I have so many that I watch or subscribe to. But that's where you get your ideas and get to know people. So that's that on that. Favorite color? I would say pink. And pink with a little pink in it. Because I just love those colors. I like pink, cream, peach, and hints of yellow also. Those are my favorite combination. I mean, there's no color that I really don't like. As far as crafting, I really don't do a whole lot in red. Bright colors. I'm more of the muted pastel colors and the creams, and they're just gorgeous. Okay, favorite craft tools to craft with. Well, this is one of them. This is a Tim Holtz, their mini stamping thing. And this way is for rubber, and then it just lifts up, and then you can put your clear stamps on this side. And I tell you, I can't believe I was without it for so long. Because it lines up perfectly for words. As you can see, I did this whole stack. And you can redo it if the words don't come out right in the same spot. So this is one of my favorite. I just don't stamp as much as I really should. Not should. I just have so many stamps. I really got to utilize them better. So this is one of my favorites. These are my to-go-to scissors. Tim Holtz, Fabri-Tac, Art Glitter Glue, and Eileen's Tacky Glue. My bone folder. This is my favorite because it's pretty. This I got at Marshall's. Ruler. I don't know. It's just pretty. And that's my inks. I got a crocodile. I got a lot of tools. If I look back, I probably wouldn't have purchased them because it was like that, you know. You get caught up. You don't need to be. So those are my pretty much in my little scoring board. I do have a scoring board that I have in my pot or beside me and my envelope punch board. So see, we're getting more and more. Let's see. Where do you get your crafting love from? I would say my mother. My mother would, she died when she was 50, so she was young. But when we were home, and even after I was married, she would take her glue gun and lace upon lace and decorate every stuffed animal, mostly bears, with the lace. And I grew up, all our curtains were lace through the whole house. Everything was lace. So I think that's definitely where I got my love of lace. It was from my mom, and the glue gun. I'll blame her too. So that was definitely that, because in school I hated art. I absolutely hated art. I hated going when we did art projects like with my father, because he was very crafty or artsy. I would be the whiner. I can't do it. My brother's is better, and he would always make fun of me. And then, well, we'll go into the next question. When did you start crafting? After I stopped whining about it, I would watch Eileen's. She had a show. Oh God, this was 35 years ago when we first got married. That was the craft show back then. Eileen's. I forgot what it was called. And from that day forward, I would decorate every lampshade in our house because we had a starter house that you fixed up as you hit the money back then. Kids don't do that today, but that's a different subject. So every lampshade I had glued lace on, and even the trim, I think, under my cupboards, I would glue things to it until we could, afford to get new ones. So I get where you guys say I don't have money for crafts, but it's doable. There are ways to do it because I would take old clothes. I mean, we didn't even have a craft shop back then, and we didn't have any money for crafts. And so I would scrounge, and yeah, it was hard. And I'd get the cheapest glue, but I'd make it work. Of course, the glue gun back then was really popular. So that's, I think, where my love came from, just trying to make my house a home by looking nice until we could afford to finish it up. And literally, I remember we had this old countertop that it was just rough wood, and I glued curtains and trim and parts of curtains and trim and lace all around it, so it looked pretty, and it was homey. So I think that's definitely where my love came from. When did you start crafting? I think I just answered that. That was when I did all the glue, but then when I opened my shop, I got into the painting, and I painted a lot. I painted for years. I was kind of self-taught, which amazed me because I hated painting. And I did a lot of wood pieces and slate and the birds and the flowers and everything but people. I would paint, and then I did that for years and did the craft shows and all that stuff. But it never sparked me as much as this does. And that, what is your favorite craft so far? And it's definitely the paper craft. Paper craft, and I love making journals, but I also love making, like what I make last night. I made these little booklets. I love making the ephemera. These are out of the Memorex cards. There's 4 or 5, and then just untie that. These, I just love making ephemera for the books. This makes me happy, and it just, I guess maybe because you could do more. Like I just sat watching TV last night and was making these, and they're blank inside until I need to decorate them, and then I just did one on the side. So this is definitely, I just made a envelope, another match book, and then just a little booklet out of the library cards again. So definitely love making these ephemera to go in the journals. Like I said, I still like making the journals, but that's my passion. So that, I believe I answered all the questions. I am going to tag, if they haven't already been tagged, and if you have, I haven't seen who's been tagged or not, Deli Girl 1961 and Yvonne Preston. And I guess that's it. So I will see you guys later. Have a nice one. Bye.